My name is Pat Worsham, and I'm currently a partner with Newport Board Group. We're a national professional advisory services firm which provides advice to middle market growth companies, particularly privately owned growth companies. And I'm in the West Florida practice of Newport Board Group. Prior to that, I've had roughly 20 years of experience with the Coca-Cola company at their headquarters in Atlanta, where I had senior financial management responsibilities, including being CFO of the North American business for Coca-Cola. And prior to that, I was controller and chief accounting officer for the worldwide business of the Coca-Cola company. Going way back in my career, I was with Ernst & Young in Atlanta and had clients in several different industries. Two of my partners became familiar with SavvyCard locally through a referral. They were having lunch with someone who spoke very, very highly of SavvyCard and suggested that we meet David Etheridge, and it went from there. My impression of David Etheridge is he's, I think, a very, very intelligent, very dynamic individual. Lots of energy, and his enthusiasm and the team's enthusiasm for SavvyCard is really contagious. And I spent roughly an hour with David and some of the other members of the team, Dowd, for example, and really was impressed with what this tool is about. David made a presentation to a group of partners from Newport Board Group. And in my case, the wheels were just turning in my mind in terms of imagining how this tool could be used. I was getting more excited about it as time was going by, and it was really fun just to sit there and think about ideas for using this. Having been in a professional services environment that I am now, we touch a lot of referral source partners nationwide, bankers, attorneys, accounting firms, and the process of doing that, I think, would be so facilitated with a tool like SavvyCard. And then, having been in the consumer products industry with a company as large as Coca-Cola and all the promotions activity directly with consumers through different retail customers such as McDonald's, etc., the opportunity to use SavvyCard in that context and in a promotional context is extraordinarily exciting. The opportunity to drive transactions, which is really what's important, eventually to drive a transaction, I think is extraordinarily exciting. It's clear that the movement to mobile technology is real. It's happening quickly, and it's very important, I believe, for businesses to stay on top of that in terms of their marketing activity and efforts. It's not a fad. It's accelerating very rapidly, and it's going to be an impairment for businesses to stay on top of that technology and find creative ways of using it to drive business transactions. I was thinking of in the terms of being in a professional services business, the ability to capture all the information that you need from a CRM standpoint, a customer resource management standpoint, so efficiently and effectively. You're able to track your contacts. You're able to track how those contacts are sharing your SavvyCard information with others. You can even find out who your power users are, which I think would be very valuable to your marketing efforts. You know, you want to reward those people and spend time with those people to figure out how their use of SavvyCard is really helping them to drive business, and share that learning with other people in your resource team. In terms of consumer marketing, and I'm thinking of my experience with the Coca-Cola company, the ability to do promotions through mobile applications, I think, is extraordinarily valuable. Maybe do point of sale type marketing when the consumer, is in a retail place of business, perhaps providing discount arrangements, promotional arrangements directly to the customer's mobile app, to their phone, to drive transactions and to be able to keep up with your loyal users, your loyal consumers. I think is a phenomenal thing that business to consumers, B2C companies would just love to have better capability in that regard. My role with SavvyCard is I've recently joined the board of advisors of SavvyCard, and I'm a real proponent of companies, including startup companies, having a board of advisors. And I plan to be a very, very active member and use my resources, which are really international in scope, having been with the Coca-Cola company for 20 years, be of benefit to the development of SavvyCard. In terms of how I see the company developing, it's going to be international in scope. It's going to be across multiple business platforms. I can't think, and not just business platforms, municipal and governmental platforms, nonprofit, you name it. I think all sorts of different entities have opportunities to use SavvyCard in a very effective way.